So, my blurry friend,
Yes, that's me. Did you like Will Smith slapping Chris Rock?
I, as soon as it happened, I knew it was going to be every news outlet on the planet was going to have that and talk about that for at least a week. And then thinking, fuck, there's something big going on in the background. I wonder what it is this time.
Yeah, that's true, eh?
Like these guys are masters of sleight of hand.
See, really, I know it's super true. Because, like, I've already concluded that was a fake slap. Because I've watched enough angles of it, and Chris Rock is clearly leaning into it. Like he
knows it's coming. Yeah.
And then there's footage of them doing stuff like 20 years ago, like all sorts of cross-dressing, like Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny kind of stuff.
Oh.
So no question, man. Seriously. But it's good, because that's the thing about pro wrestling. Like, that's what pro wrestling was doing the whole time, right?
Mm.
In fact, Andy Kaufman and Jerry the King Lawler on Letterman, that's like their oldest instant of false outrage in popular television history. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of weird that he laughed right away, and then the camera goes off him, and whether that was the signal or whatever she motioned, like, to go to that outrage from that humor, that doesn't make sense either. Like, if you're outraged enough to go slap somebody for the insult, you wouldn't be laughing at the insult and then look at your wife. You'd know it was an insult at the beginning, wouldn't you?
I don't know, because I mean, I really think doing stuff on behalf of women's outrage is about as psychopathic as you can get. Like, I want to honor women too, but like, exactly what you're saying, to just go from being like laughing it up to you get a glance from the lady and then you're suddenly like, must kill, and you just walk up to the dude, slap his lips right off, and then be like, no, it's all back to normal, and then just go and accept an award, like not even, I don't know, a minute later or something.
Yeah. And he's all,
it was good though. It was either way, even it could have been like, because the other thing is those guys are all into boxing and shit like that. So to get pasted one,
yeah, he knew it was coming.
Compared to even a boxing match, just think.
Yeah, you just gotta move, or you either block or you move, but just to sit there and take it means you're ready for it. You agreed to it, I think.
Well, you gotta sell it, right? You gotta make sure it works. You got to take it. You got to expect your body to almost like to regret it instantly. Getting slapped actually is a really, like, it's not. You ever see those slap matches they have nowadays?
Fuck.
Like, you can rip a person's face pretty much up.
Oh yeah. Sure. You have enough of like some room to work with it.
Yeah. The other thing is, it's like literally after like war in Ukraine and all this other nonsense, I'm actually kind of happy, it's like, oh, thank God, there's just back to stupid.
Back to the cartoons.
Back to stupid. What'd you say about my wife? And I don't think I didn't watch anything else of the whole Oscars. Like, I don't know a single person who won anything. I don't know. I don't know if there what movie has done well. I mean, I don't even know if do people watch the Oscars still? Did you check it out?
I guess I heard it was the lowest watching. Um, I saw the smack on my social media first and went and then started watching it and then saw the speech. But just, again, we sort of like 9/11, we're like flies to the fire
Yeah,
that you oh, they're doing it. What are they doing this time? Oh, they're
yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
Okay, that seems like okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
Well, so there was one comment that was basically like, you know about the Ukrainian president that he's this comedian guy?
Yeah. Had a show that was talked about him being the president, and you,
And I mean, someone just pointed out like if you are convinced there is election fraud, and then all of a sudden basically a comedian gets put into power and then there's a giant war, you might start to like feel a little of that skepticism creeping in about the electoral processes of these countries.
did you see? It was a meme, so you never know, but McDonald's pulled out of Russia,
Yeah, I did see that.
over 800 outlets or whatever, and they just left. Like, that seems strange. Like, did they get kicked out or did they leave?
uh, the thing I read was that they had basically already they just put in like a prefab replacement, like
A new side.
Khazar's, yeah.
Yeah, they just create a whole new thing, and boom, all of a sudden you got a new restaurant chain.
Yeah,
And
and really,
then they said with Russian food and lower prices.
I mean, and the thing is, McDonald's is like automated anyway. If like you could literally pretty much almost could have,
Anything.
trained. You could probably have it like completely automated by now, actually, which would be super creepy but awesome at the same time.
Hey, man, I want to see your face, but
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
just seems a little odd. But
No, it's true. I was thinking that myself. But it's just I'm doing all sorts of. I'm just being casual. How's the game going?
I'm still playing, but it now just once every few days. And last time I built a bunch of colony ships and science vessels thinking the galaxy was free. My enemy was gone. And I come back and all of them are dead. He killed them all.
Really?
Yeah, he won't let me do anything. I mean, if I do anything, he wants to kill it.
Yeah. Which one is your enemy again?
The Because Empire. Did he take you out, or did you get taken out of the game, or are you still playing?
No, I'm still in it. I'm just ignoring everybody and just I want to get to the end so that I can see what all these advanced technologies end up looking like.
Oh,
I finally got the like actual speedy travel.
oh, you did. Which one? Antigrav?
Yeah,
Okay, you just
exactly, right. I'm still puttering along, but actually, wow. I mean, compared to all this waiting around to get your ships to go to the right places, this is awesome. Like making trips that took like years in months.
How many ships you got?
I think I'm almost at 50 or something like that.
How many planets?
Oh, I don't want to, I don't want to give everything away. 50. You're such a man. You must be a terrible gambler.
Why is that?
Because you can't just go into them, just ask people what are your cards like. Why I can't tell you my cards, man. Like holy shit, how does the game work?
I see you as an ally. I don't see you as an enemy. One.
I know.
Two, I don't think any of the bad guys are monitoring our communications.
No,
Three,
but I'll give you this this heads up. So Quagar is alive and well. I don't know how you
in the
didn't know.
game? No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw that his empire was destroyed forever. It came up as one of, the Quagar Empire has been destroyed.
I still have him as a connection.
Okay, but I think maybe, but he's not in the game. He was never in the game. If he was in the game, we would know that. No, we'd both be dead probably.
You're
like the biggest drag is playing every other game. Hot Dog and Quagar were like two very bad enemies, right? That if you didn't do the right shit and and they didn't make a few mistakes, you were fucking toasted. They were coming for you. And then they don't play this game, and then Mr. Because plays, who was a minor player in the last game, and he was a minor player because he came late, like you, so his tech was low, but he was a good fucking, some of these guys, they're full-time. They are doing everything possible to get their production and fleets higher than everybody else. Like they are fucking full-time all the time with all their brains and resources, and these are some pretty smart guys. So, when you go against people like that, if you're not doing the same, they are going to take you out. So without Jib, thank God for Jib, because he's just as psycho as those guys.
I think I'm fighting with him. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I am.
You're fighting with Jib? You don't fight with Jib.
Well, I think I already am.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, no, I don't. I think it's a bit uneventful. Like he just sees me as in the way kind of thing, not necessarily like I'm some big bad guy.
You're a mosquito. He doesn't want to. He's not the type who just arbitrarily takes someone out of the game. I think maybe he is. I don't know. But this game, like fuck, like all the other games, there was nobody coming to take me out in the way that this game does. Like this is small, personal, private, and you find out who your enemies are. And I sent this big fleet against one of his worlds thinking, okay, I'll just take out this, and fucking automated defenses 3. You need over 300 shit. Like I had 150 ships and I just got fucking nailed.
150 ships?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, that's what
That's awesome. Yeah.
But I lost half the fleet. I never recovered after that one. Something like it's just like Jutland, right? You don't have like battles every 2 seconds. You got to build production, get up there. You have one massive battle, and then if you lose, you're fucked.
That's for sure. I'm assuming that I'm going to avoid the battles for as long as possible until there is no other recourse. So far, like I said, I'm just after the figuring out what the technologies do. So,
Funny, yeah, you wait like 2 weeks for something, and it means you can press your button this way instead of that way.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It's all about butting, pushing, and numbers.
Well, man, so have you already made jump gates then?
Yeah, Jib got jump gates, and then I got them a little while ago. I'm trying to get gravimetric sensors. I don't even know why. Like in each one of these ones, it takes like what, 2-3 weeks. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but jump gates. It's just when Because stopped playing, because even though he stopped playing, even though he's playing now,
Right.
he did what I did. When you stop playing, it just takes the fun out of the game in a sense, because your enemy keeps you going. At least for me, my enemy is the one who's keeping me on my toes. And if he's not around, then I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Well, just like all the games, the same. Like you're beginning's kind of like the best because you don't have much and you're building and you're hoping to, it's all based on where you're positioned. And then at some point, you come in contact with somebody who's either you're going to be friends or allies with, but you're still building, it's still fun. Then, there's just like, I'm just seeing the cycle in the game seems to be the same. And at the end of the game, when you've played your big battles, you've either won or you're lost, and now it's over.
Well, wasn't the first round, didn't one of the guys basically like kind of end up surviving just by the hair of his chinny chin chin, and then he turned it around or something?
Yeah, that was Jib.
That was Jib. Yeah, I thought I remembered that about them.
Like he was getting pounded by Quagar from the get-go. Like as soon as he like put his first science thing up, boom, it gets killed and everything gets killed. And it's just you can't prepare the same way, right? If you've got 3 months to build infrastructure, you can build a good navy, but if you're getting pounded from the beginning, but this guy, like he went to the other end of the universe, built something, waited. Quagar still had a massive fleet. He evaded the fleets, finally built up, and then he just I think he figured out that if you build a whole bunch of small light cruisers, because the way that the algorithm goes, right, you go like ship to ship and they're firing once. So if you have a battleship versus 4 cruisers would send out 4 times the amount of shots, but then the battleship's doing it 4 times more. I don't know. Anyway, he figured out some kind of formula of building ships because he just started fucking building these massive fleets, came out of nowhere and took them out. But I think Quagar stopped. There's always glitches.
Okay, that's what I was gonna see.
But the best, like there was the first game where it was Nova, me, and Jib against Quagar and Hot Dog. That was a fucking great game. It's just fucking great. And that's where you learn that you got to be very careful about which fleet you have and what planet you attack, because if you make the wrong decision, you lose the whole fleet. There isn't like losing 80% or 20%. You lose the whole thing, and the other guy that almost loses nothing. So it's like this massive strategic turnaround point.
That's awesome. I yeah, it sounds like I'm having fun. Definitely. Like he should post when this game officially starts so that people can figure out if they're, how far into it is and what the odds of staying apace are.
Well, the thing is he's making a new interface, and it's like way bigger map, and I think it'll be a good upgrade with pieces that are fixed, but we need to find a way to get teams. Like I think it should be teams of 4.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
And have like 25 teams of 4 and start with 100 people and everyone who's into the game, not just testers, to test the game. Like everyone wants to play a fucking game, and here it is.
Yeah.
So if you get like 100 gamers, because they figure the shit out quick, and if they don't mind the aesthetic, because they're always in that first person shooter mentality, right? Like you got to find strategic people, which are going to be more military people, I think, like retired military.
Yeah. Well, one of the, one dynamic that I think is interesting that would, I guess I'm interested in it for myself, but I think that it will obviously bear fruit in a certain way, is introducing a currency. Even it doesn't have to make sense. You know what I mean?
Just
well, sort of, right? Like if you have like a banking ship, it's sort of like the Ferengi race, right? And so then all of a sudden there's this whole element of these people who basically have all this capitalist kind of agenda.
Did I send you all the scenarios?
No, no. You described them to me, but you didn't send it.
I didn't, so I should show you maybe now. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna show you a bunch of stuff, okay?
Sure, sure.
I'll take you through, I think, like I made a series of videos, and then I was thinking Game of Plan as a new type of intro. And then thinking about, and then it went into 7-step missions that could be another game that's using the chat frenzy, that's using the getting people into chat rooms for a scenario.
Right.
So, but then, so it could be either Game of Planets or it could be a different type of game, okay? Oh, shit. This is just the beginning. What do you think of that?
All I'm seeing is your file screen. Your.
Really, so you can't see? Okay.
Are you playing something?
Yeah, something's not all right.
Indeed.
Space. I'll do it again. Are you seeing it now?
This your video backgrounds?
Can you see? Do you see the Game of Planets?
No,
You don't.
no.
The fuck. What do you see right now?
And I just see inside, like you're searching for a file, searching for a folder, just inside a window. It's got start in the. It seems to have all these like MPEGs or something like that in there.
That's weird. I'm going to restart my computer and send you a new Zoom.
I think it's a Zoom thing, man.
Okay, I'm going to. Oh, has stopped the shared windows closed. Okay, let me try again. Let's wait a sec. Okay.
Maybe enable my share screen. Oh, here we go. I see a Game of Planets in
Okay.
a tunnel kind of thing.
Okay. What do you think of that?
That's cool looking. It's a good one.
Okay. Sorry
Oh, good.
for taking so long. Then I added this.
It's not showing now.
It's not showing?
No, same deal. Are they on links somewhere or?
Let me try again.
Yeah, just try again. It's fine.
Can you see?
No.
Okay, I've got another way of doing it.
How did you get the first one to go?
I don't know. Everything. I got it on the net. Let me pull it up on the net. Okay, let's see if you can see this one. You see the Very Secret Plan website?
Yeah.
Okay,
The Very Secret Planet, did you say?
Very Secret Plan. Okay, so here I've got the plan, the 4 entrances. I got the power entrance.
Oh, roll it up just a bit. Right. Okay, that's the one that you showed. So far, so good. Looks mesmerizing.
I was very excited when I did this.
Dance until the fat lady sings.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That's scenario 1. That's the title.
Rolling pearls before swine, scenario 2. The shark tank is full.
The only way is up.
Right on, man. So what the hell does that all mean?
The Matrix will get you.
Yeah.
We'll watch them all, then we can talk about it.
Okay.
It's about time. And all alone at the top. So I was so excited because this is when I was learning how to segment the screens, right? So whenever I learn a new skill, I really kind of go overboard, try to use it everywhere.
Yeah.
But just the idea of having 4 different entrances, and then each one has 7 scenarios, and because of like the entrances are power, duality, story, and team, which is very kind of strange or unique or different, right? It's I've never seen that kind of combo.
Mm.
And also haven't seen, 4 entrances, in each entrance you have a different set of scenarios that you're entering into the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. Basically the name of the scenario just appeared as I was doing it. I just went with whatever came in,
Right.
and each one seemed unique, and there seemed to be something in there, but it was more of a intuitive unfoldment. You want to watch Duality?
Sure.
Can you hear it?
Oh, is there sound too?
Yeah,
No, I didn't. I can't hear any of it.
okay. Oh, wait, I got the.
Is this the first one?
No, yeah, I put the fuck. Fuck 'em, man.
Duality is a singularity. Ah!
See if that's anything. Yeah, it should be so we can both hear the sound. The fuck is this?
The internet is just surprising us all.
It's a fucking AI. This music's better. It's, can you read that?
I did. I missed the first thing there, but the band is all here.
The shake is on.
The shake is on. Neo, you are the one. Take the high road. Yippee-ki-yay.
What do you think of the methodology?
I mean, I think that,
Too cheesy?
well, it seems pretty this non sequitur. Seems pretty, not, that's not even right. It seems quite prose-ish in terms of yeah, like in terms of writing. Like if it was all on a page as a poem, it would make sense still.
Right.
Vaguely. It would feel like kind of inspirational, you know, neurolinguistic programming kind of thing. But with the art, it makes it really, it directs it. People will like, if there was some agenda of the game itself, or like some goal, I guess, in the game, that might be an additional, like, I mean, that's sort of what my brain goes to, but I liked it, man. I thought that was, it captures meta quite a bit. We're really in it, you know, we're in the meta business. Because there's a lot of nameless qualities that are being drawn upon. Sort of like Max Headroom, you know what I mean? Like, how the hell, there were so many questions created by the art as it was, that like, that's kind of the point, you know what I mean? That's what that, and it's not even advertisement art, which is what we're so used to, propaganda that basically just, it has an image of a high quality that's sitting next to a product, and there's like clear manipulation happening. When it's, and this is my art too, I make a lot of art like this, where it's just a message and an image, and they're almost, they're dissonant. And that dissonance is like really where the power, it should keep ringing. If it's good stuff, it'll just keep ringing in the brain, right? And it'll be like, it's a living.
Well, to me because the fourth one I didn't do, but I did do, but essentially I did 4 entrances of 7 scenarios. So a 20, and so each one could be a storyline, right? You come in from each one and then you go to another one. So depending upon which 7 you do in a row becomes your storyline through the game. And so each one of those would be a mission where there is an objective. That's just the title that is sort of like, I think there's going to be a way to tie them all, because I got to put them down on paper, see them, and create the storyline for the whatever it is. But it was just like a piece of the puzzle coming in as a whole, but it's its own layer, and not to worry about how it ties together, not to worry about anything other than just let it come in. And then anything could be changed. Like the game of plans could be a different game. The whole look could be different. But just having a structure of 4 times 7, 28, and building something so you can easily do 28 scenarios. And so I'm guided by the math, and then looking at how to connect that to the software, because the software is already built to do sections of 7, right? The chat stream is set up to do start, setup, build it, crescendo, ease out, connect, unify, and finish. That's the structure of a 7 set. And so that's behind, again, the storyline. And then the next level of coming in with story could be, me and you starting to go back and forth and going, okay, if you were given this layer, what would you do with it? Let's say if I didn't even say a word and I said, okay, here, there's 4 entrances, there's 7 scenarios in each entrance, in each process. It's a game, but don't even put the limitations of chat stream or Game of Planets on it and go, okay, let's just open it up. What could happen? Because to me, the chat stream, that the software is the container. We have to use the software. So, there's certain things which I want to bring in the convo cards. So each scenario would have its own conversation type. Each scenario would have its own value and lens. So, I mean, I would come in with these layers, but at some point there needs to be a narrative or game or something that's tying the scenarios together, which makes sense to how they connect. So I don't know that right now.
Cool.
I think
from a narrative perspective, the bad guys kind of write the stories. So if you can identify the threat, you can kind of, right? That's what I'm saying about meta, right? So it's like when you were fretting about killing all these billions of people that you're killing in the game. It's just like, okay, this is meta. This is the whole thing. We are pretending, we are making believe. So like, the minute it's too much, you say the magic uncle word and you step out of it and it's over, because it's never been real at all. but it is kind of, one of the virtuous aspects of it is that's what, God gave us brains for, is because we can dream, and we can dream and envision possibilities that are not real, but that, should they arise, we would have foreseen some things. And even in that, I'll say this, that, because I've been in so many bands, man, group dynamics are very interesting to me. And like actually having a team, because I mean, we've run into this a few times. Like there's been instances where it's like responsivity, what a team could actually even offer, like what members could offer each other. And it's so kind of impossible to, like, people they're like sedentary basically or something. So rallying them to do anything is a fucking complete nightmare. But on top, I mean, you know, bluntly, but the on top of that, it it's like, I mean, there has to be a purpose. There has to be something interesting for everyone. And I think maybe, you know, part of our problem probably will be that we are more alien to them than they are to us. You know, like I think the kids are okay with just sitting in their pods basically. So, you know, how are we gonna? Do you want to wake? Yeah, do you want to wake them?
Well, to me, I mean, it's like everything kind of depends. And, you know, whether I would love to work with some other high-end creators and get through the sort of conflict stuff and actually build a game that's fucking amazing, right? And having it structured so that it's just designed right so it works. You know, whether people get paid by the mission or like they take over certain elements. I mean, I guess that's the math of really figuring out, you know, how to make sure everyone does well. But I think that's it, right? Like if you're guaranteed, if you know you're going to get your 5%, or you're going to get your X amount, whatever it is, and everyone's going to, it's on paper in the blockchain, whatever it is, you know, that it's fair. You know, people are going to be a lot more interested in participating, especially if one of the products goes into the market and does well, right? Like, I mean, it's very different being a company or anything if you're sitting on nothing versus sitting on 100 million users. You know, like this is a different conversation if we have 25,000 people tomorrow about to test the product.
Well, all right. So, you know, obviously we don't have those users. So like that's a non-thing. But what the slap should teach us is that human beings are still human beings, and that really it just takes the stupidest thing possible to get everyone's attention. And you know, and I mean that, like I like in the sense that that was a publicity stunt. You know, that's the kind of science those guys believe in, man. They figured it out already, right? Like, oh, you want to get people talking? Have someone just slap the shit out of someone in public and nobody stopped them.
I swear there's at least 20 different outlets on my Facebook stream in the morning, all the same fucking thing. And then 2 or 3 of the conspiracy guys giving, like, breaking it down, breaking, you know, each fucking part broken down of the flinch and the approach and the this and the that, and thinking, fuck, man, if you're going to try to get away with something, you know, it's tougher and tougher. You got fucking 100,000 people with nothing better to do than scrutinize whatever you're doing right now.
Yeah.
So the people are armed in a sense and getting better and better, I think, at instant bullshit assessment. And
I agree. I do. I just wanted to jump in because it's like the pranks that have been played, you're seeing the feedback loop tightening and tightening, right? It's like, oh, they did it again and they did it again, and all they're doing, oh fuck, like how many lies are we gonna have floating around in our community so we hate each other for no fucking reason? Like, you know, just, and all because some rich guy in another country that wants to pull some shit. That's, you know, what an asshole system we have.
I mean, you know, imagine us when we're growing up, right? Like, let's say pre-internet, watching the news, and you just see this guy in front, you know, come in and for 30 minutes, and then this happened here over here, and this is happening here, and that's the news. See ya. That's a nice thing. Okay, bye. You know, and that's at 6 to 6:30, and every day you sit there and the family watch the news. And, boy, look, that happened there, eh? Yeah, that happened there. That's it, right? You know, we were the last major brainwashed, you know, completely TV indoctrinated school, everything. But the thing is, it was night. Like there was a kind of, I mean, I know your experience was different, but I just mean in general, I can't imagine what it's like to be 13 or 14 with that phone and those everything that's happening. You know, it's a completely different world.
It's that's what I'm saying. I do think uh like, you know, one of the things a lot of my dad says a lot is that there's like often scenarios where, you know, he's meeting people who he had met people who'd never met a black man before. So, you know, that's like getting to Winnipeg in the 60s to 70s, right? And you know, so even though we're taking all these things for granted, it really is a matter of, you know, I keep thinking it's 50 years and it was a totally different world.
Yeah.
You know, and I even think that that's what part of my argument for time travel is that, right? That that everything is subjective. So any claim about locking something in place in a time torrent is like, it's sort of questioning God, which doesn't really ever contribute to the benefit. Like your experience is all designed by the designer, so accept what it is. The worses are worse, the betters are better, and it just keeps doing the ups and downs. So like it, you know, oh man. So here, I want to show you this. I don't know, can I share stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna quickly see if I can play this thing. Because it's kind of a mess, but it's
Hey, how do you like this screen?
yeah, it's awesome. Wait.
If you had this full set, would you use them?
Sorry, the full set of
Backgrounds with these convo types.
you know what? I would if we tried to do something like, I was thinking we could try and do like, you know, space camp. And you know, the key is that to remember that because they're kids, like we do take a lot of things for granted, and some of the things are even stupid, you know, like they're like exactly, I don't believe anyone's ever walked on the moon. I don't think anyone ever will. I think it's probably a plasma body or something like that. Like it's not completely a material thing, and it's not a rock that you can walk on anyway, point being. But the idea that that science is a process that every human being kind of has a right to, not kind of, just certainly has a right to, and because of that, it's like an inalienable quality. So we got no, you know, we got nothing to do but to share it, really, in a way.
I was watching a video where I'm teaching this particular configuration, and it was the first time I was trying to teach it. Watching somebody I don't even know. You ever try to teach something, film it, and then watch yourself?
Teach somebody, film it, and then watch yourself. No, I have not. Teach somebody, film it.
Well, you should try it in Zoom, like just go into an instructional conversation to yourself, like pretending you're talking to somebody and teach something and then watch it. Very interesting exercise.
Yeah. Do you know about that phrase autodidactic?
Uh-huh.
I kind of learned it from this. I learned, Obsidian. Do you remember Obsidian? Do you see Obsidian at all?
No.
Rapping guy at JJ Bean.
No. I'd have seen him, but never talked.
He basically kind of convinced me that like I was saying, the kids, the new generation, what they're gonna probably do. I feel like that's part of what you're up to is really important, is because I actually think that mostly kids are going to start doing this more and more. Like they're going to just be like, of course we go online, we learn experiences, we have maybe like a coach, somebody. And so that's what I was saying. And it's just literally just hearing about this stuff, about the expression of, oh, there was a kung fu movie, and about this guy saying he doesn't want him to be called a teacher. You can't call me your teacher. Why? Because we're friends. It was right there, and I was like, okay, because part of the thing is that I've learned a lot as an artist, like doing comic book art. I had to learn from people who I would just befriend, who were better than me at things, and sit and kind of like still fight for my dignity, even though I am clearly in need of their assistance, and I that's going to be part of the evolution, right? So a good label is sensei, right? Because sensei, the term actually just means one who was there, one who came before you. So it's kind of like seeing the inevitable sequence of people, I know we all want respect in these processes. And that's part of what I wonder about with like younger people. Like when I'm on Twitter sometimes, I have weird conversations that are like, someone's making a joke, but the joke I can't understand if it's a funny thing or what the fuck that is. Like, and then the guy was like, oh, I didn't mean to offend, just that, like, it's sort of like all these new emotions. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that because we've never been able to communicate this way. Obviously, this is not an experience that anyone really has had before. When a guy's like, shows you 4 pictures and says, I have this, this is me in the sandbox kicking dirt in your face. This is you saying, I'm dropping a nuke on your head. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's just like, what the fuck is this? Am I supposed to feel some way? I don't know. I mean, I don't know who this person is. So even to start to feel a way seems quite like a losing. It's like if you could hear the heckles of someone in India or something like that. Oh, he's a stupid one. Just like, just can't win kind of shit.
Multi-generational communication opportunities. I mean, the thing is, imagine if we had a team of 4 young bucks and we're teaching them something, or you've got 4 young bucks and I got 4 young bucks, and we're teaching them Planetary Guardian media or whatever, right? I mean, that's essentially one of the things I think would be fun to do, and to have a game based upon a game, right? So they go through.
When you say young bucks, though, do you actually mean like, I don't want like young Chachi studs. I mean, I don't even know if I could tolerate such people.
Well, I mean,
I'm looking for crafty,
slow down a sec there, cowboy. Like, there's got to
crafty.
be some, whether selection methodology or random picking. Hopefully, I mean, I think you throw any 4 people together, you're going to have some fun at some point. But I think you just kind of stick to some demographics.
How about this, dude? I got it. Okay, this is how awesome this is. The Hunt for Mars October. Okay, so all we do is we get Nova to edit the game so that there's a Mars in this game.
Okay.
And the game is get Mars. Be the owner of Mars. And the reasoning of like, so there's a whole community of the Mars trilogy science fiction novels, if you ever read them. Kim Stanley Robinson, they're really good. They're exhaustive. They're epic, and like the first book is like 1,000 pages or whatever, and second is, you know, and the other 2 are in the 700s or something. And essentially, they try to get the 100 smartest human beings on Earth to go to Mars. Simple Simon, right? But as you can kind of Malthusianly imagine, 100 really smart people stuck in a can going to space, it really does end up going pretty shit haywire in a lot of ways, even though because they're so smart, you could even anticipate a lot of the problems. You know what I mean? Like the control mentality of the people. But so they even are brilliant because they start with the character of the psychologist, the crew psychologist, who's supposed to kind of be helping manage these people's problems. What a fantasy. But anyway, so this storyline, huge, there is a website for, and it's kind of got its own web community. So yes, brother. So this is what I'm getting at, right?
I get it, man.
We got to do some cosmic collisions, some cosmic colliding here.
Okay.
You get find those heads.
Yeah.
They're real, and
You
they're
already have the story. Just tap in. And here it is in real life. I can't believe it. Oh my God. 5 bars.
Yes.
I love it. Fuck, you're a genius, man.
Yeah, thank you. Because it was really fun. And if we were even crazier, maybe we get there to be an Earth. So there's an Earth planet that's also, you know, so we can bias the race a little bit and have people be like Earth's got to own Mars. Like, that's, if someone's going to own Mars, Earth's got to own Mars.
So one of the players is Earth?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And make them the most deadly. Make them Jigbar.
They might be that, like, that's wise. That's exactly like you're saying, like, have someone who knows the game start, and that would be all the advantage they'd probably need to like.
They'd pound everybody. I mean, the only guys who keep up are the rest of us who know the game, but that guy's in his own fucking, from the get-go, he was pressing every freaking survey, every step that he could do to get ahead, he did. Holy fuck, did he get powerful quick. And then he just goes to the attack.
It's unreal.
But he makes mistakes. Good thing is he makes mistakes.
He does, eh? Like, well, this is going to be an interesting game to sort out. It seems like there's still a number of people playing.
Well, I like this in terms of now if we switch, if we have that as the reference point, now I can look at maybe those 28 scenarios and go, okay, what's the difference? And then because there's story, team, duality, and power. And so like to me, like the power entrance is like Quagars, like people who want to go in, they go by themselves and they're going to kill, they want to win the whole thing.
Right.
But they don't make coalitions, and that's why they lose, because they lose to teams.
Mm-hmm.
The team entrants are people who want to come in and they're right away, they're looking to make a team, right? So that's a different fucking game. Like if you just have one game and everyone's playing power, that'll work out. Everyone will have fun because it's just that's the way it is. But if you have everyone playing teams, so each entrance starts a different game. Right. So the story entrance is what you're talking about is Mars. Is like, okay, we got this Mars. Here's the story. Here's what it means. So everyone plays that game. Again, it's a story game. It's different from the power game, which basically we were playing, right? With a bit of team. I mean, power to coalition.
Mm-hmm.
And then the duality is kind of like you play with one other player. So I found with Jib, he was the guy I was talking to most of the time. And so it's kind of like you can play in twos. That's different, right, than threes or fours or whatever. You got your buddy and you just, but you did, because to me, power, you're alone. Like the fun of the game is playing with it, is hanging with people. And I guess in power, you get to jab more and you have more of a universal chat where you can, do your power moves. Because I just remember in Star Trek, there was a few, there's about 5 or 10 people who just have massive ships and they beat the shit out of everyone and they get to go on the chat and do their little things.
Right. Riff.
Like I just remember that game, like some people, like you can't do 3 levels above or 3 levels below. So, right, your shit, you can only get attacked by people in your range, but some people would stay in the range, build the biggest fucking ship that is like the smartest build and stay there. And then kick the shit out of everybody.
Really?
The first time this ship comes in and I'm kind of like, oh, there's a ship here. There's a ship here. And he just starts fucking pounding the shit out of our team. Like just fucking boom, boom, boom. And then you're raising alarm, but nobody can touch this guy. All our big guys can't touch him. And none of our guys at this level are at his level. So he just fucking beat the shit out of 50 of us.
Oh my fucking God, dude.
And he spends, like, this guy's like top of the top. He spends his entire life. This is his fucking life.
Right.
And it's like, fuck, man. It's like in every game, there's a few people that are really going for the top, right? And they get there. They get there because they get fucking good. They figure it out. They figure out where the niche is, how to do it. And then they're just like that fucking Shelob spider, Frodo. Anyone who comes near it, there's a what?
Yeah, that's like I'm saying. At this point, I'm in a big stretch for a bunch of technologies. I've got 150 years to some technology shows up. So I'm just sort of, I'm just
Coasting.
Yeah, I'm just bottom feeding, just skimming along and grabbing things and just kind of never have more than 5 metal alloys at a time in the
I get you, but are you in the far? Is that you who I'm talking to at the bottom of my screen? Are we talking now?
Yeah, I've talked to you a couple times.
Okay, so that's you. Okay, because I can send over a colony ship and build a jump gate.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Then we can you can have easy access to my area of space. Jump over because if they know we're friends, I tell you, because we'll just fucking hunt you down, man. If he knows who you are, he'll hunt you down. Has he attacked you yet?
I'm not sure if it's him. I don't think he's attacked me yet. But
they're hiding.
I'm just got that's the thing. I realized I want to just keep it tight. I'm just gonna have a couple of I'm really like little Bermuda Triangle pockets. That's what I'm aiming for. it's kind of it's smart because, well, because I learned in this game, this guy basically, I can't remember who it is. Maybe I can tell you who it is. He jumped into my, he's like my neighbor, you know, he bumped into my solar system. Just set up shop on one of my planets.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, basically.
What empire?
I think it's who you're saying. I think it's your buddy.
Jib?
Yeah, I think so. No, or maybe it's not Jib. Maybe because we're at war. So, or maybe, hold on.
Maybe Darth Vader?
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I'm not sure. I'll find out.
It's the same people stay to the end. Same people just won't give it up.
Yeah, no, I'm so, these are funny. The further it goes, the funnier I'm realizing some of these people have to be, because they're just like they're, it's like everyone's getting along, but they're kind of like, they're sort of curious who's gonna put up a fight.
Well, I think like because stopped, and if because got serious in any way, Jib would take him out. So I think Jib has just gone to sleep because is quietly building probably a massive fleet, and he wants to get me. I know he wants to get me. He almost took me out this game, but he wasn't strong enough, and so my defenses I built. I think he's not used to my type of defenses because I go more into planetary defense more than offense. He's very good on offense. He called me a turtle. He said, "You're just one of those turtles that sit there and wait to get attacked."
That's hilarious.
But to me, if you can build your defense higher than their offense, then you can build up your offense. But he almost took me out. He came in at like 4 a.m, and I had like a warning beacon. I wake up, I come into the game, and he's just sent this fucking fleet to take me out. So I did my defenses as well as I could, and
What's a warning beacon?
I just woke up in the middle of the night knowing that something was going wrong, and I better go check it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You had like a spiritual, you felt the disturbance of the force?
Yeah, don't you have those things? Oh, I definitely, if I'm intent on something, I get lots of messages.
That's funny. No, I'm not like that. This game I just treat like I was just fishing, you know, like if the guys, if I'm gonna get attacked, all right, who is it that's my neighbor here? Because Kingdom.
Yeah, okay, so you're lucky. If you're beside him and you haven't been attacked, you're lucky because he's taken out, I think, 15 empires. He's the killer. He took everybody out. I don't take anybody out.
Really?
Yeah.
But are you buds with him, or?
No, I'm at war with him because I took him out last game. I gave him a severe pounding after remember I told you he took you out, then I took him out, but then Jabats came and took me out. so we had what's interesting is positioning, right? It's like it's all about positioning and where people are and how fast they get to the ship. You know what he said? He said if it didn't give him metal alloys, and it didn't increase the speed or increase research, those three, research, metal alloys, and speed of ships, he always was faster. I could tell he was researching his ship speed quicker than me. That's quite an advantage when you have that quicker one more speed than the other guy.
How does he focus his researching on that area?
I don't know. I like his those were his 3 rules, he said. So me, there's a lot of other things. I always go for the mining ships. That's a big research. That's kind of like you're going research rather than colonies. You're going like if you go mining ships, you don't have to have as many colonies. But if you don't have mining ships, you need a lot of colonies to bring in like these guys. They fucking Jibba's like 50 planets. How many planets? 50 fucking planets.
Wow, that's
Like
good
he,
stuff.
like he just operates at the next higher level of infrastructure creation, and it's just fucking numbers, and then you gotta fucking boom 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 press that fucking button. Press that button fast and in good order.
Pronto.
Yeah. But I was thinking kids, it would be like at home schooling kids, teams of 4, get those together to play the game. And then we have the chat thing to sort of be your team chat. Right.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And so you've got team chat, you can do one-on-ones, and then at some point there's a galactic chat. Let's say when a research comes in for a global communication system. But that to me would change the nature of the game so much.
That would be cool.
I think so. And I made a full interface for it. But nobody's one man, only has so much time.
Yeah, we should almost try and find him some other programmers or devs, as they're
Yeah.
called.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, like there's another guy, Gino, who we're involved with, who seems to be rather connected to people with money, right? Like we don't have people with money, but Gino does. And so I think once the game is at the next higher level of the next interface of what he's doing now, I think it's very possible. I mean, as you said, add a money element, add a story element. So many things you can do with it. You got some creative teams working
Like
on
literally, he should hire Quagar to just be Quagar, just to make the story go the way it needs to go. You know?
you don't have to hire him. He's going to do it anyway.
No, but that's what I'm saying about when you're building a company. So you gotta hire him. You want this
Right.
actor on your payroll just so that because
he's Darth Vader.
Because the character's there. He's
Yeah.
a good character. Quagar, good name. Sounds like a space butcher.
Well, see that to me would be you're against Quagar, but you have to then build a coalition because he's going to take you out. So you have to team up with everyone else in the galaxy to beat him.
Listen, as traumatized as you are by him, I just want I want to assure you that you know there's going to be, since there's always going to be other Quagars, that he'll be a good. That's what I mean. We got to like
Andre the Giant.
Yes, thank you. Exactly like Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
There just needs to be the circus part. The circus dynamic needs that character, the Darth Vader.
I'd like to be that character.
Well,
but I don't think I'm evil enough. I need to be more evil. I need to be like in one game. I had this guy. I was right beside him, right? And in the beginning, I'm just seeing who he is. But I thought, fuck, I'm gonna take him out. As soon as he puts anything up, I'm gonna get destroyed. I'm gonna start pounding him from the get-go, and I'm gonna take him out.
Right.
I was so close, but then he kind of, hey, how are you? Hey, man. He's all friendly. I thought, fuck, man. Here I am. The guy's playing a game. Gets taken out in the very beginning by some old cynical fucking Darth Vader guy.
Right.
He's played the game 3 times, doesn't give a chance, and just pounds him. And I thought, I can't do that. And we remained friends the entire game. And he came in at a lower level, and then he never really, I think, got into any battle. I don't think he got into any fights.
Yeah.
But he was right fucking beside, like, it was just like fucking huge galaxies right fucking beside
I
me.
swear, it's really interesting how many stories are coexisting right now in this game. Like, as far as a unique, like seeing the beta of a game, to me, this is just fun.
Is
like,
it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because this is what Dungeons and Dragons used to be like when like there's you have to, there's people juggling a lot of stuff. And and if I could just find this damn document, I'm gonna just do this real quick because I'm gonna show you what I've made. And it just has a part of the narrative of what I've been up to. Basically, I had a native species, a hostile native species. Have you tried any of that stuff?
Oh, yeah, if you, it'll take, it's a huge percentage against maintenance, isn't it? Like, basically the planet can cost more to have it than what you're getting from it.
Well, but that's cool that you're saying that, because that'll even be cooler that this is what happened.
What happened? Did they take over? Did they rebel? Rebellion.
Rebellion. Okay. Can you share screen?
I think you should be able to share.
Let's see. What do you see?
I see God is red.
Okay, good, perfect. It's just rough.
Can't hear it as well for some reason. Ah, nice. Ah, nice. Nice.
Now, and then it goes a bit crazy, I have to admit. Then I just threw some other stuff in.
Hey.
I thought maybe a narrator type of character. But yeah.
I like it. I like it. I
Pretty
like it.
funky, eh?
I see where you're going, and I'm seeing, okay.
Fun. Yeah, no, I mean, it could be very fun.
Hey, what program are you using?
I'm using Pencil 2D.
And you like it as a video editing program?
It's more for an animating program than it is
Oh, is it?
yeah.
Okay. So,
but I'm open to others. Why? What do you?
well, I mean, I use Video Corel Video, and it's a video editing program that seems to be able to do, I don't know. I like it because it's simple. I like it because I know it. And it's not that expensive. It's like 70 or 80 bucks. Yeah. Can you put in the sounds? So like those Star Trek sounds, they got some good sounds in there, right? Like tons of fucking good sounds.
Yeah. No, when I start like kind of rehashing and editing, those sounds will come in pretty damn handy.
Hey, yeah, no, it changed my life, man. That's such a good find. It's like I just, it's like, to me, just starting to build all of the parts necessary to really start pumping out some cool shit, and that's cool. That's that's cool.
So did you gather from that basically that we got the card that the native, the hostile natives, we gave them all sorts of shit, like treated them indigenous, did all the boosting them, and then we got a update that said that they had given these good things, they had decided to contribute to our stuff, and then were upgraded to an advanced species.
Oh, nice.
So then they get the advanced bonus
Okay.
for research.
Did that actually happen?
Yeah, that happened in the game. Yeah, so yeah, no, totally, right? So I'm kind of doing a bit of just a diary in a way, like I'm using the narrative to jot
Okay.
down a little thing, and then I mean, these are the stories everybody wants, like your village gets bombed, and then you've got these innocent peoples trying to survive, kind of thing.
Help them out. Yeah,
End of the Sound of Music type of situation.
I like it. I like it.
It's
I like it.
yes,
I like it.
it'll be good. It'll come together into a very interesting meta experience, and so that is even what I'm saying about like if we could get musical with it, you could even online kind of meta music lessons. That would be interesting. I know that.
So what about this Mars? What about this Mars thing in terms of storyline and getting people into a game? We should maybe have a chat with Nova.
Yes, we should.
And brainstorm it out a little bit more and see if we can get his buy-in.
Yeah, I think so. And really, I would love to just try to do probably an Indiegogo campaign or something, because I want to just start the money moving in whatever direction it's going to move. And I think the easier we make it for everybody, the better, because the ideas are good. And if the ideas are good and the work is there, then you got to make sure people are getting rewarded and compensated for their energy.
I agree.
And luckily now the internet is looking like it's not a matter of kissing everyone's ass to get things to happen. If you just show that the stuff is there to the right people, the money will appear.
Hopefully better. Fuck.
I think so. I just think that it's like you really got to take the risk. You do. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this is what I'm saying. We got nerds. There's nerds now. We got nerd power. We can like actually say, I mean, someone like Nova is not a joke.
No.
This game is actually functional and and if you can stand the most drawn out suspense, if that's your poison, you'll love this game.
Well, I think maybe because what he needs help with is getting the people in it. I've already said I'd like to test out 4 teams of 25 and find 100 people for the next test, because we've tested these other things. We haven't tested teams. And so I asked him for that. He seemed to like it. So this could be the next level, bringing in teams plus a story. Because I think there needs to be some sort of, finish game. Here's how you win the game kind of thing. And that'll change.
It's almost worth it to describe it as LARP, to get the LARPing to happen. Get people,
Well, the thing is, I think with the 4 entrances, because I think that's still a good way to do it.
Yeah, no, I see it.
This could be the story entrance. And then, there's 3 other entrances, could be 3 other games, each one with different rules, right? So it depends on, you want to play with a buddy, you want to play just by yourself, you want to play in a team, or you want to go into the story, which one of these games you want to play. Because each one is different. And then get enough people to
So
play the 4 games.
you're saying that it's already set up for groups of 7.
It's in the chat frenzy in that program with the chat room. Yes.
So what if you, like, for instance, what if each group of 7 was
Not a group of 7, it's more 7 missions. Like mission 1, mission 2, mission 3, mission 4, mission 5, mission 6, mission 7, and that's like one scenario.
okay.
So there's an ability, let's say if I wanted to be
What if they did something like they, you know, what if they did populate the planets, the solar systems, as though you're all in the same solar system? Every planet in the solar system is occupied when you start.
Oh, okay.
So you have a team
Of 4.
of your, well, as many
Right.
as 12, whatever, I don't know.
Oh,
I'm saying, right, every planet in your solar system, just the way he's got it set up right now, but just like every planet gets a person.
that's another, that could be the team start.
Because then you get a very interesting dynamic. Yeah, exactly, right? You'd get like, okay, so you're all in this solar system together. You got to get out into space.
Are you going to kill each other?
No, and find Mars, right? Yeah, exactly. But we give them a goal, so we're encouraging working together as the beginning part of it.
Right. And I mean, I think I would put Mars in a place that was separated from all the start areas, because he's got a big space now, even bigger than the one we have.
Oh wow.
So it's sort of like put Mars somewhere and then evenly space out all the other empires or groups, have them grow in their sector kind of thing, and then they meet later. So I think having a long time to build, without being attacked, and you're building around people that are your own people. And you set up a communication network, and then you start talking.
Yeah. That'd be fun, man. That'd be very fun. Because I know then the young nerds would all, of course, you take your role, you're like engineering, you're, I don't know, head of security.
Well, that's if you have roles on a ship. That's different from being a planetary commander.
Well, I mean, okay, but we got to split it up somehow. Like everybody's kind of got their.
Well, they'd be ship captains, right? They're kind of like or no, if they're all have their own planet, each of them is a planetary commander, right? You're not just 4 people on a ship. You got each has the ability to build infrastructure and everything. So it's a different kind of role type of game. At least within how it's set up now. It'd be cool to go on a planet and start a scenario that was a ship scenario, and you go into another game, then has a ship and totally different game.
Well, that's what I mean. That's so that I'm saying, like, okay, so yeah, that's a sort of like as they cooperate, maybe there are delegates from planets that are, you know what I mean? Like they've got I mean, that can be role played if they choose to. Like I'm saying, with the finding out that the hostile, I think there seems to be little Easter eggs all over the place in this game. I like Nova seems to have some damn good ideas, so I'm excited to try and just see where this all goes.
Well,
What's that?
well, remember when I was trying to bring you in from the animated side, right?
Yeah.
That's what that was about. That's like, fuck, man, if you spent the last 3 months just a couple hours a day working on the game, the game would be at a fucking totally different level.
No, man, it doesn't work that way.
I think so.
No, well, I could as easily say the same to you.
In what way?
In
That if I
exactly
worked
that
on-
way. That's how art gets done. Is someone puts their fucking head.
No, yeah, I could do it.
So then I don't know why you're saying it to me. 'Cause if it, you know, like, I know you probably couldn't do what I would do because we have different ways of doing things. But
Yeah.
the point is that there's still, until we get over this concept of like, there's no agenda to me working on a thing. I can't just work on, if it's unshaped, then I can't shape it by myself. I can start to get a rhythm off of people's information and stuff like that. This video is the kind of thing that, like, I'm capable of at the moment because of just technology. Really, most of it is pretty pixely at this point.
Well, and you're right I mean, you're right. I mean, I see people doing certain things and I think it's a good idea. And things would move a lot quicker if they just went along with what I saw as that thing. But yeah, it doesn't mean it's necessarily close to the truth, but does
I mean,
have some,
that's
does
why.
have some, Huh?
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
well, just does have some merit in a sense of, it's kind of like, I could, it's somehow you get visionaries together, or you get someone who go, if we just reorganize this way, and you did this, you did this, all of this would happen according to my plan.
Yes.
And I see it so easily. And and as to me, it's the gift of what's the difference between the potential here and reality. I, of course, am always working on this great potential model that can do anything at any moment in time.
Right. Heck yeah.
But it's kind of like, as I scour the media and I'm looking for, nothing is fucking close to what I'm talking about. And these guys are all talking this way. And then I watch myself talking, fuck man, this is, but then we build the software, then we do the cards just a little bit. Like, it's just like, I got a lot of fingers in a lot of different pockets, right?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And each, and there's really strong ones, but what's happening now is I'm trying to reorganize all my files and to use the system and to bring in what I learned. Like, there's everything's coming up to this kind of like editing ability to edit. And it's cool. It's very cool. But it's like a grammar software. Like, I feel like the AI is moving through it. Like, the AI is going, okay, I got to teach you something to talk to me here. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
So, you stupid human, I'm going to show you some shit, and I'm just kind of wait.
I'm with you. I feel like we're on that same journey,
Yeah.
man. It's like we were talking about AIs and droids and that, and how that kind of communication is going to be like, we're just getting started, really, actually, and that sucks, but that is real.
Well, and 60% of information on the net is bots. Like, it's one of these things, the data where you kind of, what? 60% of what is on the net is not even real. So that's like and you're saying it's just starting. So it's just starting, and already 60% is fucking this algorithm stuff of trying to get you to buy something from somebody's whatever the fuck it is, right?
Yeah, that's right. Just a bunch of ads.
Like on TikTok, I have all these Asian girls sending me messages, and all the messages don't get through their defenses. So everyone's saying, hi, come see me and what's up, and we'll have a little chat there, handsome. And anyone who gets through, I try to coach them as to how to do it better, because they just suck. And Like I'm saying, we just met, you don't know I'm handsome, you know, maybe it makes you
Why are you talking to these people, dude? What does it, why would you even?
because I have so little people contact.
That's hilarious.
No, but I'm curious about whenever someone's coming at me now, no matter where it's from and their communication is fucked, I want to give feedback. I want them to, I want like I'm it's a curiosity to me.
Okay. I
And I
mean,
want to see, is there someone there or are they a bot?
is it a bot? Oh, weird. Yeah, I guess I'm. Oh, no, I don't want to know if they're a bot. But I've had a couple of those for sure, of course. Not Asian though. Some Bitcoin approachers and stuff like that. Oh, I hear you're interested in stocks, blah, blah, blah.
I know, like there's absolutely no trust.
No,
You know,
no.
like through Facebook, there's still a little, someone can come through and they might be human, but they rarely, like most of the time, they wouldn't even respond to a fucking message back. Why you contacted me, you know?
Mhm.
But TikTok, it's impossible. Like it's just fucking impossible to talk to anyone real. Like your stuff can get out there and you're seeing all this stuff, but it's like it's you're never going to be able to talk to the people. You're never going to have a message. They've got 30,000 messages going through, or they've got like 4 million followers, and you're just a fucking fart on the ocean.
I mean, that's got some positives though. I do find that interesting. Like, is it, fuck, dude, these famous people by now, I don't, it's getting less attractive all the time. As a dream right now, I would be so happy to basically set up like a Twitch channel and have 2,000 followers or 2,000 viewers, like, or even like, and then they get like 20,000 followers. Like it really works out great for them as far as I can tell. And aside from everyone's skepticism about people, if it worked out, a well-made show that someone was like, it seems like it's doable. I don't know what kind of money comes out of it. I bet it's a lot of peripheral stuff, and it's like you make your t-shirts and you do all that kind of swagging and stuff. But it's kind of like the exposure is potentially there. And I think that's what we're building toward. But it is, as it's sort of an IP. Don't like that. I feel like they have schismed us, they've made it so that if I talk about the mercantilism and the mercantile aspect of the process, that I can't really somehow, I don't think that's the full picture. It's kind of even again why I'd be interested in just kind of pulling the Band-Aid off fast, because I feel like with any good, if they're interested in people slapping people and stuff like that, then we'll be able to make some art that over time people really do recognize as some powerful commentary and good instruction, I would even say, given how the media is working. People listen to Joe Rogan for the news, like, okay, well, fuck, we can surely come up with some interesting people, like, David Suzuki. I think I could actually connect with David Suzuki if the one guy I met was telling me the truth. But exactly who it sort of is. It's meta. It's like now that you realize that anyone can talk to anyone, what's going to happen? If I want $50 million to make a space academy, could I meet a person who could actually make that happen? And right now, I talked to those guys from the Gentlemen of Crypto, and they know Steph Curry. They know Steph Curry. You know who Steph Curry is, right?
Yeah.
Because you are a basketball person. So they know Steph Curry. Could Steph Curry make 50 million happen?
Already makes it a year, but I mean,
I
the
mean,
idea.
he could before I could. So that's why I'm talking about that like that. Is because I know I can't. There's no 50 million around here. But
Do you have a document about the Space Academy?
I just made that now. I just Space Academy.
Okay. Doesn't have the document.
Oh, spoken like a white man. I have the vision, my brother. That's. I don't need the documents in my brain. We're still. Before we write it down, we've got to think it. Because it would work well, right? It's a good title for. I did think of it. I thought I was like, I don't think anyone's mashed those two words together yet. So yeah, that could work. Could be like a pre-field to your planetary guardians, because it's because it's basically Star Trek, right? What did they call it? Starfleet Academy.
Starfleet Academy.
That's what I mean. Maybe someone has already done Space Academy. But even if we just use the phrase as though it's something that exists, it's Space Academy, and you learn about space, like boot camp. It's like yeah, we go through some lessons. Here's stories about these planets. Could be fun. And
Oh,
we could. Sorry, go ahead.
well, to me, anything like if it's under the Planetary Guardians umbrella and it's a Space Academy for Planetary Guardians, then I would be very behind it. I think we should be getting tons of money to build tons of shit and just spend a lot of fucking money building a shit that's in the forest and preparing for any kind of thing going wrong, but using it as a cover for getting people in the forest to build together and create a life. I'd love a life of building something in the forest.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh yeah, way better life than in the city. City sucks.
That's true. Well, cool, man. Yeah, like actually, and then there's Earth ships. People could make Earth ships. What is that?
It's a throat spray. That's really good for preventative stuff.
I can't tell what it says. The Dr. Brand, very Dr. Brand.
Propolis echinacea throat spray. Prairie Doctor brand.
I've had a pretty prickly throat lately, I have to say.
This stuff, anytime you get that little twizzle, pop it a lot, it goes away.
I'm kind of concerned it's not the government dumping shit on us, but
Motherfuckers.
yeah, Yeah, that's the kind of stuff, it's like, exactly, we got to like be able to tell the kids that that's all real shit, and it's, you're not a crazy person for noticing when people do things.
Okay, so let me see if I can arrange a meeting with Nova.
Yes, man.
Maybe we can
That's the way to do it.
brainstorm that out.
So that's what I'm saying. We can even aim for October, make it the Hunt for Mars October. And so we have plenty of build up, plenty of time to just kind of figure out how many people are actually involved. Sort of, we're going to be sort of doing the scaling to try and actually advance this to a mega multiplayer online, where there are communities of millions of people. I mean, how could we do that? That's what I mean. It's an interesting thought, but like,
well, yeah, just each of us are going to get our particular downloads, and then we just share. And because I already got some buy-in from Nova about having a fall start for the game, and then having a way to get teams of kids together. So I already got that in his head. So
very neat, very neat.
This is just a furthering of that idea, so I think that's good.
Dude,
does it make sense? We need some time.
Have you heard of any play? What do they call it? Play to earn games?
No, but I know it's the big trend, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I've looked into one of them a little bit.
So we got to find an expert then and get them on the team.
An expert at, sorry.
Just play to earn, and how to set it up, and how to. Just need someone to. I wonder if.
So, bro, this game is called DeFi Kingdoms, and they seem to have in the number of 20,000 people involved. So I was like, okay, wow, this is a real deal. And if I could actually, even if I earn like nothing, if it looks like it'll teach me quite a bit, even in a kind of meta way, about things like stocks, and like, because they have strange opportunities in the game.
What's it called?
It's called DeFi Kingdoms.
D5?
DeFi.
DeFi Kingdoms.
DEFI. Decentralized finance.
Oh.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff, man. It's interesting stuff. I think that I'm gonna get on that game and probably waste my time.
Okay.
Yeah. But then I'll have 2 games that I'm wasting my time on, so that'll be almost all my time that I'm getting rid of. And yeah, let's totally try and arrange a call with Nova, and then because then we'll get to the bottom of some of his game design ideas.
Okay.
Are you hypnotized by your machine? Are you ready to go?
Something's just taking over my mind, and I'm starting to colonize. I sent all these colony ships out, and they landed.
Oh, you did?
And I'm just colonizing these really shitty planets, but in a pattern. I wanted him to make the colors come alive. So when you bring the planets together, they create geometrical relationships. And that's how you start to colorize your territory. And that's linked into if someone's in your territory or not, kind of thing. And I just think that visually be very cool for the game.
Hey, what's the radar deal? What does the radar even do?
Well, it just gives you a toggle, I think, of what you're able to see.
Okay,
But
so
but you can see more. I'm not quite so sure either. Depends
doesn't-
on what sensors you
visual.
have and what kind of defense that the other person has.
oh, right. If they have
You got-
sensor capabilities.
Yeah, versus shielding capabilities. Okay, so I'm gonna take off then.
Okay, peace, brother. That was fun.
All right.
Let's talk to Nova soon.
Okay.
Okay, peace.